up to beat Real Madrid 1-0. The shortest man, one of the shortest man in the field, headed in a goal, a free kick, when as almost like putting a free kick, and McAllister headed in, who is one of the shortest person in the field. He headed in that goal to give Liverpool all 3 points. Fantastic game of football throughout yesterday. The PSG and Bayern Munich. See, look at this football. 16 games company. Bayern Munich have won 16 games. All the games they are playing this season, they have won all of them. 16 games played this season, 16 wins. They went away to PSG to beat them 2-1. Dia has got a record in that game. We'll talk about all these games on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, Champions League football. Good morning, John.
Yes, good morning to you, Godwin. It was a fantastic run of games last night. I was like just taking it all in, enjoying the games. I think the most thrilling game of the match of the night was Liverpool and Madrid, because
I enjoyed Bayern.
It was for me it was thrilling because it was anything you can do, I can do better. Thibaut Courtois on the beat, putting in a fantastic performance, only to be beaten by the shortest man on the pitch. It was a fantastic game last night. And kudos to you listening to us and joining us live in the studio on YouTube. You guys are the real MVPs.
Yeah, thank you. If you remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can always go there, join us live there. Let's grow that community together. It was a great game yesterday in the Champions League. This is why we like the Champions League. Everywhere goes, just you everywhere. We'll talk about most of the games, or all of the games that happened yesterday. And okay, I'll give you the result of the games yesterday. Then we'll talk about most of them. Okay, Napoli and Frankfurt played a 0-0 draw, a boring game.
Boring game.
Arsenal went away to Czech to beat Slavia Prague 3-0. 8 games in a row, Arsenal have not conceded a goal. Fantastic defense for Arsenal. Saliba and Gabriel are one of the best pairing this season, and they kept another clean sheet. Atletico Madrid beat Union St.GILLOISE 3-1. Liverpool beat Real Madrid 1-0. Spurs beat Copenhagen 4-0. You need to see that defenders going around from his own. What is that guy's name again?
Mickey Van der Ven.
Van der Ven ran from his own 18 to go and score a lovely goal in that game. Olympiacos and PSG played a 1-1 draw. Juventus and Sporting Lisbon played a 1-1 draw. And Bayern Munich went away to Paris to beat PSG 2-1. Monaco went away to BODOE and GLIMT to beat them 1-0. Okay, let's start with the game. Early kickoffs, Napoli 0-0. We keep saying it, when it comes to European football, Conte have not really broken into that phase of football. I don't know why, but hopefully they will qualify, because this is now top 25 that will qualify. So, but 0-0 draw is still a poor result for Napoli.
Yes, it's a very poor result. They need to do something about it, but then you can't begrudge them because they still lack some key figures in the team. But they should have been able to beat Frankfurt in that encounter. You know, there are no excuses. If it was knockout football, maybe this game would have gone to penalties. So I think Conte needs to go back to the drawing board and look at where he needs to reinforce, because if this is a team that won the Serie A last season, you can't tell me that they cannot break down a common Eintracht Frankfurt without an Ekitike. That means if Ekitike was in this encounter, they would have run Juventus Napoli riot in that game. So it's unexcusable if you ask me.
Okay.
But because it's the league structure, he gets to live to fight another day.
Yeah, I think he's still going to qualify for that first 25. Okay, let's move on to the game, the big one. Arsenal again went away to beat their opening 3-0. Arsenal didn't consider a shot on target again in this game. Generally, Arsenal defended well, even though that the first 10 minutes SLAVIA actually pressed them. Arsenal actually normalized the game after the 10 minutes and took over the game and scored 3. First, Saka scored a penalty. Then Merino scored 2. He played as a striker because all the Arsenal's attackers are injured. Madueke is still injured. Gyökeres is injured. Havertz is injured. Jesus is injured. Arsenal did not have any recognized striker in that team. So Merino had to play as a striker, and he scored 2 in that game.
He did well for himself, basically. This is what you come to talk about, that when you have key figures in your side, you have quality of depth. You do not necessarily need to wait on one particular person now to be delivering all the goals. Merino came in and did a very good job. The first goal he scored was just simple finishing. The second one, another sublime finish, and you can't take it away from him. He put in a fantastic performance in that game. But kudos must go to the back line, Kudos must go to Raya, who was on point yet again. Kudos must also go
on
to
point. What you save? No shot on target. What you got to say?
Bro, all those would have, and all those stuff. And then secondly, I do not blame them too much because Slavia Prague didn't start their highest goal scoring striker in that game. He came on as a sub when it but then Arsenal also have to tell you how advanced they are in a certain sense. You have to look at how they are fighting for that penalty decision to be overturned. It tells you that these guys.
They wanted to keep their clean sheet. It was a 9 minutes. They almost considered a 9-minute penalty in that game when the referee thought the Rice fouled the striker, but the captain of that team. But after the VAR check, they decided to overturn that decision. Arsenal have to keep their clean sheet. Arsenal is strong in defense.
And the record as well.
Yeah, Arsenal is strong in defense. The last time they did that is, I think, 1903.
Yes.
It's been a long time they did that. 8 games in a row, they have not considered a single goal. And even if you count how many shots they are considered in this 8 games, I don't need it's up to 10 shots in total.
Thank you.
If you count, that means how strong they are in defense.
Yes, they are super strong in defense. If you even count the ones they've considered, one was a set piece. So that means only Haaland has scored against Arsenal, and then this other guy from open play.
Yeah, open play, just Haaland actually. Because it's open play. I'll call it because the one that Newcastle scored them, it was a corner kick that was actually cleared and they loaded it in. So it's just 2 goals. But if you look at statistics in this game, it showed that Arsenal considered 3 shots on target. Sparta Prague had 8 shots in total, 3 on target, 40% position and 200 passes. Arsenal had 14 shots in total, 7 on target, 60% position and 312 passes. So Arsenal went in and dominated that game. The first penalty was probably a lucky penalty because it just the guy, when he was jumping, he raised his hand and they have to give that penalty. Merino scored 2 in that game. That man is the youngest player to feature in the Champions League ever. He did it at 15 years old. He became the youngest.
To be hard to beat.
15 years. And for me, I did 15 years. Now what they do? Now for Bakken, I see they play.
The commentator was saying that he hopes the guy finishes his assignment the following day.
Because Slavia Prague actually came to the game fighting, but Arsenal is strong. Even though they have a couple of players injured, almost all the attackers are injured, but they found a way to put in Merino there. But remember, Merino played almost 6 months as a striker last season and actually almost delivered the Champions League final for Arsenal, but they fell off in that respect. But this one, let's see if Arsenal will go through. They have 4 games in the Champions League, won all 4 games, and have not conceded a single goal in this Champions League. That is a fantastic record for Arsenal. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Liverpool beat Real Madrid 1-0. The game was, I would say, evenly balanced. I have to give credit to Bradley that played the right back. He marshaled Vini very well in that game. I think if you look at the game in general, Liverpool deserved to win this game because Madrid was toothless. All the attack fell before they reached the 18-yard box. Van Dijk and Konate had a good game because there are no much attack. You know, the thing about not having a point man is that sometimes if you have a dominant defense, it's hard
for you to break them
down. For you to break in. That's what happened to Real Madrid in this game. But generally, a fantastic game of football. Generally,
yeah, it was a good game of football. I think the high point of that game was Conor Bradley putting Vini in his place and putting the team in their place. Conor Bradley showed everybody that he is able to step up to the plate and put in a human performance. Nobody saw that coming. Everybody was saying that maybe Vini would come in and overpower the guy.
The last time they came to Anfield, he played, but he played against Mbappe in that one, and he marshaled Mbappe. Well, this one, it was Vini. Fantastic ball, fantastic game for him too.
Yes, good one for him. We've seen complaints of the Liverpool defense in the way they conceded goals. I think this game demanded the performance Konate and Van Dijk putting in that encounter. It was a solid performance all around from them. That's really too, with a couple of stellar saves in that encounter, doing a really good job. But I think all the credit, all the kudos need to go to those Liverpool strikers, though, because at that game, it was at a certain point in time Real Madrid was no longer progressing. They were just defending onslaught after onslaught after onslaught after onslaught. And then, of course, the Spider-Man in between the goalposts talking about Thibaut Courtois was just making save after save. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You can see why he's one of the best best goalkeepers in the whole world.
Oh, for real, man. For real, it was a wonder to behold. Ekitike on the beat. Kudos to Ekitike. Fantastic form from him, fantastic effort from him on the night, but it had to be McAllister to break the tie. And
the shortest man in one of the shortest man in the field.
The funny thing about that is that Thibaut Courtois, they said it was the angle of the cross and the power behind the header, that because Thibaut Courtois was inches, not even barely millimeters away from the ball, but the power was just too much. It blew his hands away.
Yeah, he saw the
and
ball
he went into there. So I just say you have to give it to him. Obviously, if it was to be anybody to win that game, it had to be Liverpool.
It had to be Liverpool.
Because I'm going to come back and say it. Mbappe was MIA.
He was MIA, and I think another tactical. I don't know why some coaches do that. They basically played a 4-4-2 in that game, and Kamavinga was playing basically as the right winger. When they considered that goal, you have to now change him. But tactically, I think Alonso got it wrong. But as we used to say on this show, when you do your tactics and you lose, they will say that your tactics is not. But if you are won, they will say masterclass. Putting Kamavinga from the wings is a masterclass thing. But it is
for me. I would have loved to see Mbappe end the because this is a game where you need to break that Liverpool defense.
And I think it's true. You see, what Madrid needs to sort out is a pure number 9.
Yes.
Not somebody that drifts, so that in case a game that is
somebody that we camp like we said with Arsenal. When Arsenal are playing with Gyökeres, you see him dragging all the attention of those centre halves. Somebody else can drift into those spaces. So they don't have that right now. All Madrid has been firing on is Mbappe's raw talent in spotting a pass, in being able to take those shots from outside the 18, being able to outrun his man and be able to get the keeper 1v1. They couldn't do that yesterday, because Konate were the wall and VVD were the wall of Jericho for them.
Let's see what happens with Real Madrid. This is the second game Alonso have lost as a Real Madrid coach after losing that game against Atletico Madrid 5-2 in the La Liga. They lost their first game in the Champions League 1-0. The question is Liverpool back? Are they back-to-back games? Are they back? Beating Real Madrid is actually a big confidence.
No, it's a big feat. My goodness, it's a very big feat. I'm sure Alessio would be happy, but I'm going to tell you that Liverpool have never switched off. Liverpool have never left. Liverpool in this Champions League have never switched off. So they are not. Let's not even talk whether they are back. We can debate whether they are back in the league. When the Champions League, they are dead on.
Okay, let's see what happens today. Fantastic game of football. I think in the run, if you look at the game generally, Liverpool deserve to win this game. If you look at the statistics in this game, Liverpool had 14 shots in total. 9 of them were on target. Courtois was just making saves after saves. They have 43% possession because in the final 10 minutes of the game, they needed to just defend that 1-goal lead. They had 310 passes. 85 of them were accurate. For Real Madrid had 7 shots in total. Just 2 on target. I think in the first half they didn't have a shot on target in the first half. They had 57% possession, 482 passes, and 91 of them were accurate. And it's not this one better against Alonso. Trent came back. Trent came back to play his boyhood club.
I think
and
he
they
was
moved him when he entered the field. When he plays, I just played about 10 minutes or so in that game. He was injured. He didn't play at the weekend and he didn't start this game. But his team lost. But it's what it is. He's playing for Real Madrid.
It is what it is. You have to take it on the cheek and move on. You've done what you've done for the club.
He has won everything at Liverpool.
Simple. So I don't understand how petty. Like for example, the fans were chanting Conor Bradley a whole lot more just to spite Trent because he was on the bench and he wasn't active.
I have a theory. If Trent is still at Liverpool this season, they will have probably won more games because you cannot deny that pass he gives from that.
Pairing with Salah, man, you can't deny that connection.
You cannot deny. Plus his free kicks. I know Zoboszlai is good with his free kicks, but you could see that Trent is just a level.
That's the thing, though. When Trent was at Liverpool, all the conversation was that he doesn't defend as much as he should. He doesn't track back as much as he should. Now that he's left, you are seeing the vacuum in terms of the partnership with Salah. Salah is scoring less this season than he has in previous season. That position is still being exposed by attackers because
Bradley
so
did well.
no, Bradley has done. I'm not trying to demerit Bradley. Bradley is going to grow into that position and make that position his own. But Liverpool need to pay homage to the fact that this guy was a stellar talent that gave them a whole lot. For all they talk about his demerits, let's come and look at what he's done for the club, man.
Okay, let's see what happens with Real Madrid. It's still early days in the Champions League. Obviously, they are going to qualify, but anything can happen. Everybody wants to finish in that top 8. Remember, the top 8 place move to the next round. They will not play the playoffs, so everybody is trying to finish in that top 8. Talking about another team that did well yesterday is Bayern Munich. Company, since he took over, not took over, since this season, he won the Bundesliga last season. This season has almost been perfect. So not almost, he has been perfect. 16 games played this season, he has 16 wins. He has won all the games they have played this season, Bayern Munich. And in this particular game, they went to PSG, to Paris, to beat PSG 2-0. Diaz scored 2 goals in the first half and got a red card in the final minutes of that game. So it was a full package for Diaz. Diaz, since he gone to Bayern Munich, he has been a fantastic player for them.
I think he's on 8
and he scored 2
goals.
Yeah, he scored 2 goals in this game. Fantastic game for Company.
You have to give it to Company. This game was a coming of age game in Company's career, because if you are going to leave the Burnley side you left, come over to Bayern Munich, do it in the Bundesliga, win that title, start this season, have a fantastic start to the season. So far, winning all your games and then having good players. When you meet teams like Paris Saint-Germain, when you meet teams like Real Madrid, and you triumph, bro, you put a whole lot of value into your stock, because a lot of people are still sitting on the fence of like, it's a fluke, or it's because he's in a big team.
16 games is not a fluke.
You know, bro, no be my mind.
No be this is finished second, third. What if Tuchel almost finished third or fourth in that team? But I think Company, if you could see from his place, I think it's Anderlecht, you could see he was playing aggressive football. Everybody could see that when he was at Anderlecht, he moved to Burnley and played one of the attractive footballs and broke the record in the Championship. When he moved to the Premier League, they struggled because Premier League are at different levels, and he relegated with Burnley. But Bayern Munich took a gamble on him, and look at where he has brought them. Imagine him winning the Champions League this season.
Oh my goodness,
it would be phenomenal. Yesterday I compared him with Pep. Pep got an opportunity. He was coaching the Team B for Barcelona. He got an opportunity to coach the Team A, and look at where he took him. So Company, if you even ask me, I can just see Company as a City coach.
For real, man. I wouldn't begrudge him. He has his statue outside our stadium.
Maybe after when Pep is done with,
possible, yes.
Whenever Pep is done, but nobody is going to take it away from Pep. Whenever he is done, I think they should just go for Company.
For real, like, I like the football. I like the characters. I like the selection of players. I like how he drives these players. On a normal,
sometimes he plays a 4-4-2, plays Kane as number 10, plays Kane as a striker. He actually utilized Kane very, very well this season, and Kane has been scoring. Even though that they have scored 2 goals in this game, especially that second goal that PSG allowed. It was a very, very poor defense for Marquinhos. It's not even to look at his shoulder before Diaz sneaked that ball in and put it in back of the net. But if you look at the statistics in this game, fantastic game for PSG. Diaz got a red card after the challenge on Hakimi in the almost dying minutes of the first half. So Hakimi has to leave the pitch, and he got a red card in that game. You can debate it might be a red card, but depend how you want to see it. But the referee decided to send him off in that game. So remember, in about 15 minutes of that game, Dembele got injured. He was substituted in that game early. When he was substituted in the game, I know that PSG might struggle. But then they struggled, and they got a red card in the first half. The second half, Bayern Munich was defending. We used to talk about it in this show. When we all analysts or pundits, when we sit down and talk about it, we say, when you get a red card, you should attack. I laugh, because when I was watching Company in the second half, my guy just defend everywhere.
I don't like
defend everywhere. All these things we are saying, when you go back 10 man, attack your opponent, because
that's more than that.
They didn't even move anywhere again. They were defending, even though they were passing around. They do big balls.
Why
they
would
defended
you
with their life?
Why would you press your luck when
and
you're already
playing
in the advantage position?
It does not make sense. And if at some point Company need have to introduce scheme to make sure that they finish that game 2-1. So you know, we can sit down here and criticize coaches for making defensive, when they go back to 10-man defensive substitution, that you should attack your opponent. What is 10-man? But once you sit down there, you look the game. You go just make your decision. In this game, PSG had 25 shots in total. Of them were on target. They had 65% possession, especially all these things happened in the first half. Because in the first half, it was basically a 50-50 game. Even Bayern Munich in that first half, but in the second half, obviously, Bayern Munich needed to defend because they were now down to 10 men. And if you look at Bayern Munich, they had 9 shots in total. Only 4 of them were on target. They scored from that too. So fantastic game for Bayern Munich. Going away to beat PSG is not a small thing. So kudos to them. Kudos to company, especially. I'm going to keep rooting for company because I keep saying it. Once you have an opportunity to coach, a young coach to coach a big club, it's good. It's your ticket for you to be a world-class coach. All these coaches we are talking about, Ancelotti, talking about all of them started. Somebody gave them an opportunity to coach a big club. So that's why they become world-class coaches. Look at Jose Mourinho, took Porto and did well with Porto. He moved to Chelsea, did well to Chelsea. From there, he moved everywhere in the world. It happened everywhere. So fantastic game for company. The same goes to Amorim. I'm rooting for him. The same goes to Arteta. I'm rooting for them because these coaches are young and that taking over bigger clubs is actually very, very tough. But congratulations to company, especially 16 games he has coached with Bayern Munich this season and 16 games he has won. Fantastic game for him. Spurs beat Copenhagen 4-0. The highlight of the day was the defender that ran from his own half to score a fantastic goal. Even though they were down to 10 men, but fantastic game for Spurs. You go see that they are level ahead of their opponents in this game.
Yes,
even though when they were at 10 men, they scored 2 goals after going down to 10 men.
Yeah, you have to give it to. I think the headline was Mickey Van der Messi. that was the headline.
The guy, the way he ran, I was like looking at that goal. When I saw that goal, everybody was talking about goal. Let me go and see what goal everybody's talking about on the internet. And I saw that goal. I said, "Wow!"
Like you have to give it to him, man.
I said, "Wow!"
You have to give it to him for real. I
don't even understand what players we are doing. They just allowed him run over 5 players just like that.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like we're having a conversation. I think when we were previewing this game yesterday, that Tottenham Hotspurs have been inconsistent and they need to turn it around in Europe. They need to make sure that they win their games and qualify to the next stage. And we're saying that Copenhagen, they are not pushovers. They are going to actually have to sit up and beat these guys if they come to the Tottenham Stadium. But look at that game. They started at the blow of the whistle. They didn't even give these people any chance. They pressed their neck. For real. Good game, good performance. Even when they went down, they still maintained their shape and scored goals. So you have to give it to them. I would like to see what's his name now, Thomas Frank, actually build on this performance and take this thing further.
You just say that the opponent are just poor.
It's not about the opponent being poor. See, they defended. They had their low block or whatever it was they were going with. But one, they were outpaced because Tottenham a better pacey side. And they had attacking players that could beat them, that their low block and whatever they were trying to do. I don't really understand what they were trying to do, basically. So, but the issue is that Copenhagen did not turn up on the night. And Tottenham Hotspur turned up. And when you look at that encounter, Copenhagen cannot let Tottenham start getting into a groove. Once you concede, you start double questioning all your decisions. Once you start double questioning all your decisions, the opponent knows that are there for the taking. And bro, they'll take you.
Okay, fantastic game for Spurs to win that game 4-0. Johnson got a record around 55 minutes of that game. And I think probably the opponent, Copenhagen, might probably come back to fight. But they consider another 2 more goals after Spurs went down to 10 men. But let's see. Yeah, Pauline scored the final goal in that game. So Frank has been doing well. Frank, this is his first big club in quotes as a coach, and probably has been doing well. I think he's third or fourth in the Premier League. Now he's winning games in the Champions League. But let's see where they are going to finish, or if they are going to finish in that first top 8 in the Champions League and go straight to the knockout phase. Okay, other results. Juventus and Sporting played the 1-1 draw.
Told you, Juventus. I told you. The most embarrassing part of that game was that they conceded first.
Yeah.
thanks to Trinka with the assist and the other guy getting the goal. It's a shameful matter, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Juventus drew that game against Sporting Lisbon. 1-1. It ended in Italy. Okay, fantastic game for them. Okay, Olympiacos and PSV played a 1-1 draw. Fantastic goal they scored. Olympiacos scored was a lovely goal. I saw that particular goal. But a fantastic point for both teams to get one
Yeah,
point.
at least they shared the points. I think PSV would have had the capacity to win the game, but unfortunately, they didn't. So they need to go back and look at their
Away to beat BODOE and GLIMT. That should be expected though. One goal to nil.
It should be expected, like Monaco. It should have been more. It should have been more. If we are going by the team and the team's capacity, it should have been more. But you take what you get and you move on. Basically.
Yeah, I'm waiting for PP to come back. I'm just waiting for. That's what my own is, that I'm waiting for Boba to come back. Probably we have to see him from January because he's been training. He's been trying to get fit.
No matter how you train by yourself, there's something that you need to have when you train with a group, when you work with other trainers.
They should just start and people start playing maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That actual game fitness. But I don't know the reason. Probably both of them probably might have agreed on when he will start playing, because remember, I think he was out for 1 or 2 years without playing football. They even banned him from training with groups. Started training, so but I understand. But we are still waiting for PP for Boba to come back to play for this Monaco team. But then
he has all the incentive to come back and do well, man.
We'll see when he comes back where Monaco will finish in Ligue 1 and where he will drag them in this Champions League. Okay, we are going to talk about today's game too. Before then, let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Bolt FM Sports, and Ngozi is here. Ngozi, welcome to the show. Say hi, guys. Madrid will trash Liverpool 4 goals to nil. Where you predict this one from? Are you predicting game that
already ended?
That game has already ended already. Okay. Oluchi is here. Oluchi, welcome to the show. Says just greeting or good morning, guys. Lion is here. Lion, welcome to the show.
Lion Tao.
You okay? He say you are dismissing slots on putting young players for the Qarabag club. Please. Okay, I apologize to Slot. You won this game. Okay, Liverpool are back. Okay, Ngozi is here. Ngozi is saying, good morning, guys. I am the one of those people that think company is a fluke. But at this point, I will have to give him his flowers.
Please
and
do.
If his Bayern Munich team beats Arsenal, then I will have to shut up. It's going to be a fantastic game in the next round of games in Champions. It's going to be Arsenal versus Bayern Munich in that game. Best attack versus best defense. Let's see who is going to come out on top. Okay, Wiz Paparazzi Pete is here. He said Liverpool try yesterday, and Oluchi is back. Oluchi saying this injury go make PSG struggle even for their league. Yeah, PSG has a lot of injury. I think when they go to January, they should just go and buy players, because if you look at their bench, you have small young boys everywhere. Their squad is very thin. Luckily for them, last season they didn't have enough injuries, so Dembele was fit throughout. Many of them were fit throughout, but this season, most of them are struggling with injury. Due is still struggling with injury. He was out of this game, but let's see what happens. Okay, before we talk about today's game, let's go in for a very short commercial break. When we'll come back, we'll talk about today's game. Stay tuned, guys.
FM on Instagram at Vote 1043 FM. Turn up the volume. Vote 104.3 FM.
Welcome back to the show. Yeah, that advert we just played is ICAP, is a tournament that is going to happen in New Haven starting this weekend. If you are around, let's go and support our grassroots football. It's going to happen in New Haven this weekend. By 4 p.m. the tournament will start. If you are around, even if you are around anywhere around Enugu, please let's go and support grassroots football. Let's go and cheer them. I'm going to be there live in that opening ceremony on Sunday. Okay, let's come back to the Champions League. We are talking about the Champions League game today. For today's game, Pafos will play Villarreal in the early kickoff. Qarabag will play Chelsea in the early kickoff. By 9 p.m., Manchester City will play Dortmund. Newcastle will play Athletic Club. Ajax will play Galatasaray. So we are going to see Osimhen before that international break. Remember, next week go hot. Nigeria will play Gabon in the next international break next week. So we have to qualify for the World Cup. Yeah, we go ginger that game. Okay, back to the Champions League. Club Brugge will play Barcelona. Benfica will play Bayern Leverkusen. Inter Milan will play Kairat. Marseille will play Atalanta. Okay, let's talk about some of the Qarabag versus Chelsea. Chelsea is supposed to win this game, but you know now anything can happen in football. But Chelsea is supposed to win this game actually.
Chelsea should be winning this game. I don't even want to hear any excuse that it's a 9-hour flight to Baku. We couldn't rest. We were jet lag. I don't want to hear that one. That one is not an excuse.
Baku no be where they trash Arsenal for that Europa League final.
Baku, so please. Turn up. This is Qarabag. I expect Qarabag to score, but at least Chelsea turn up. If you lose this game, it don't be for now. For real. So Chelsea need to turn up. Maresca is feeling good. The team is doing well. I think this is a game that Chelsea can win and should be winning.
Yes, Chelsea should be winning this game, but you know, as we say on this show, anything can happen in football. Let's get a prediction for that game. Chelsea versus Qarabag. I think they should. Let's say rotate players. Neto have picked up enough, so he's not going to be available in this game. But our guy is back. The lap is back. So do you want to see the lap and Pedro? You know, they should start building chemistry again.
I think you need to look at the game Chelsea are going to have at the weekend. They're going to have a big game, then I'll need to see them rest one of the two. But it would be nice to see both of them playing up front together. It would be a good pick. But you know, the most important thing, like we saw with Arsenal yesterday and a couple of other teams in Europe, some of them actually rested some of their heavy hitters. And
Arsenal not to make a choice because of injuries, but I understand. But let's see if Chelsea is going to play Wolves in the next game.
This is a game that all these Santos, Esteval, Gittin,
when they just start.
Let them just start and have a feel for the game.
Okay, especially in this game. Okay, but let's see. Chelsea will go away to Qarabag to play that game today. There is early kickoff. Early kickoff is now a few minutes to 7 o'clock, 6:45. That's the time for early kickoffs now. I told you already, the time have moved in Europe. They are now 1 hour ahead of us. But first versus Villarreal, let's get your prediction for that game.
Villa.
But first, Bundeji Mezu teams in the Champions League. Hopefully they will do well too. Okay, moving over to the 9 p.m. games. Manchester City will play Dortmund. We are expecting your Neto to score again.
See, the most interesting stat about Man City's season is that after the highest goal scorer for the club, the second highest goal scorer on that list is an opposition player who conceded 2 own goals against us. So Haaland is leading the pack with 13 goals. Every other City player is following with just like 1 goal. So Haaland is the fluke, Haaland is the alien, Haaland is the superstar. Haaland should just come and deliver. But I wouldn't begrudge the team if they give him some, let me cut his minutes in this game and give Mamouche more, because I would like Mamouche to be firing on the same cylinder as Haaland is firing, so that if anybody is going to pick up a knock or something is going to happen within the season, somebody is there who is informed to, who can come in and do the job. But Haaland starts, Haaland going to score a brace against his former team. It should be a good game to watch.
It should be a good game to watch. If I ask you the prediction, you tell me that City will win. So what's the score line? Because I know that you say City will win.
4.
4-0 against Dortmund.
Yes.
You agreed, you.
4. Maybe 4-1 because of Sergio Guirassy.
Okay, let's see. It's going to be on City versus Dortmund. Dortmund has actually tried when it comes to European competition. I think twice in the last 5, 6 years they have reached the Champions League final, but they couldn't win any of them. But so Dortmund is good. But let's see if they are going to shock City at Etihad today, or City, if City is going to probably blow them out. Okay, Osimhen is going to Holland, is going to Netherlands today with his team Galatasaray to play Ajax. Ajax have not really done well in the Champions League. I think they are rock bottom on this league format. But it's a time again. They want to see Osimhen to go and show why he is one of the best strikers in the world.
For real, like I see, let's put aside every sentiment or whatever. If you call top 5 scorers in Europe right now, Osimhen is in that list. I don't care what you have to say. So Osimhen, all I want for Osimhen, there's a script that I have in my mind that Osimhen is going to follow, which is Osimhen is going to get his big move away from Turkey come end of this season. And all he needs to do is just keep doing what he's doing, scoring goals, playing good football. Turkey will be happy to get a payday, a huge payday, transfer payday, and then Osimhen will move on to a bigger, better club, maybe in Spain, maybe in the EPL. But I want to see Osimhen win and score goals in this game against Ajax. I think the most important thing about this move to Turkey is that they play in the Champions League and he gets to show what he can. Hopefully they meet one of the big teams and Osimhen is able to do it on the biggest stage against some of the biggest teams and biggest players out there.
Okay, let's see who is going to play that game, if Osimhen is going to start, and if Osimhen final, so we can go to the FIFA playoff, continental playoff, and play that one. But hopefully Osimhen will score in this game and beat Ajax when they go to Netherlands to play today. Newcastle will play Athletic Club or Athletic Bilbao. Newcastle has been in rough form even in the Premier League, but probably this game might be a game that probably ginger them.
Yeah, I think
they win.
I think if they win, it's a game that will ginger them. But the most important thing for me isn't if they can win. The question is going to be which athletic club turn up. Is it the one with the energetic Nico Williams, with the Oyasbal and a couple of other characters, or is it going to be just one of those things? Because by right, athletic clubs should be doing well. If you go to La Liga, they are struggling around somewhere, maybe in the top half of the table. They need to be doing better. I would have loved to see Athletic be giving Real Madrid the run for money Atletico Madrid are giving them, but unfortunately it is what it is.
Okay, your prediction for that game?
Newcastle.
Okay, Barcelona is going to go away to Club Brugge. Barcelona should be winning this game, obviously.
Barcelona should be winning. I
want Rashford to keep scoring, though.
They should be winning, and I'm going to pit them to win against Club Brugge.
Yeah, me too. I want, especially for Rashford, since he's moved. I think he's the highest goal scorer in that team. He has been doing well in Barcelona. He has another chance again to score more goals for Barcelona in the Champions League against Club Brugge. Okay, your prediction for that game? Barcelona to win.
Barcelona winning 3-0.
Okay, let's see. Okay, finally. Okay, not finally. Benfica will play by Leverkusen. Who wins that game?
Vangelos Pavlidis.
Jose Mourinho needs to start picking up points in the Champions League, because I think it's 3 games he have not even picked up. Okay, he lost. He just coached them for 2 games. He didn't coach them in the first game. But 3 games for Benfica this season, they are probably no points. So they need to start picking up points. And playing Benfica at home in Portugal is a good way to pick up 3 points. But it's still a long way to go. I think about 5 more games plus this one. So if they win probably 3 or 4 games, probably will finish in that first 25. I need Jose Mourinho to keep playing in club competitions.
Yeah, like the incentives are there. It's just for him to. I think by now he should have had enough time with the players to implement what he wants to implement. Secondly, I think by now he should know that he's starting 11. This is what he should look like. Whether you like certain characters or you don't like certain characters, Slot has taught everybody that when you take over a club, you should be patient with how you want to implement your play style. Okay,
let's see. He's still unbeaten in the Portuguese league, but they are still 4 points behind Porto in that league. But even though they and Porto are still unbeaten, but let's see if he's going to turn it around for Benfica. Jose Mourinho, I like that guy personally. If he's going to turn it around for Benfica in the Champions League. Inter will play Cairo, 2 wins. Inter should win. If Inter wins, they go to 9 points. 12 points, the same points with Arsenal and Bayern Munich. Marseille versus Atalanta. So Lukman is going to play to win because of our Lukman.
Just Atlanta.
It's Atlanta. Okay, let's see what will happen in those games. Fantastic game of football going to be in the Champions League. Okay, let's move on to Champions League and give you other news happening everywhere around the world before we start taking calls. Remember, you can call us on 0706048585. Okay, Due has won the Golden Boy Award for 2025 after his excellent season.
Well deserved.
After the excellent season with Paris Saint-Germain. Good one for him. The president of PSG won the chairman of the year, and the director Campos won the director award again. But let's see when the main trophy is given, who is going to win it. We already told you the FIFA Pro 11 yesterday, who made it that 11. Okay, let's start taking phone calls and get your own contribution about all these things we are talking about. The number to call is 0706 048 What do you think about the games that happened yesterday in the Champions League? Or give us your prediction of the games that will happen today in the Champions League. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning to you. Good morning. Name and location, please.
Prince from Maryland.
Okay, Prince, your contribution, Prince.
Yeah, I was.
Which one?
PSG Fire.
Okay, that one I focus too. That game sweet. Yeah, exactly. He won the man of the match in that game.
He shows why he's a world best coach.
Okay, please can you come back? We can't really hear you very well. Sorry about that.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there's a lot of noise in your background. Yeah.
Sorry. I said that match was very sweet.
Okay. Okay, sorry, we can't really hear you clearly. So you can call back 0706 0485853. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
Good morning.
Okay, your contribution.
For this is going to be qarabag. And for Man City and Dortmund, I don't know why you are saying something. Because not a pushover.
And you will see it when the game starts.
Yeah.
Now by finals. Now by finals.
So I can root for Man City to win, yes, but not that for this.
Okay.
So expect a tight game like 3-2, 2-1, something like that, but not 2-4.
Okay.
Again, for Arsenal, you see they have not been considered.
At all.
Like now, if you are playing, but you play Arsenal, to win and no go. I'm sorry for my game, but I'm sorry to start this. And again for Liverpool, you know, they did matter to you. And I believe what, like yesterday, you guys are saying that Madrid is going to beat Liverpool. I was like, what is happening? This Madrid beating Liverpool is not possible. Even if they repeat that match, that just for the day, like 3 times.
Yeah. Liverpool played well.
That's not the point.
All right.
There's no Premier League club that any La Liga team can beat.
Ha. Okay.
Even if Newcastle and just they put the ground, they beat Newcastle.
But Barcelona beat Newcastle this season now.
You say?
But Barcelona beat.
I'm saying this season.
This season, yeah.
Newcastle was not Rashford.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay.
Okay, don't make an excuse now.
Okay, now.
Okay, now. All right, bye. Okay, don't make an excuse for that one. If forget say Newcastle lost to Barcelona in this year's Champions League. Okay, 0706 0485853. Hello, good morning. Okay, you called back. Okay, yeah. Something is wrong with your line, Prince. Please do call back and please. I don't know what is wrong with it, but try and fix it up. We can't really hear you. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, 0706 0485853. Okay, let's take phone calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Okay. Nonso is on leave. Nonso will be back next week. Yeah.
Even as I intended to yesterday, it was very interesting. Liverpool winning Madrid. Congratulations to them, Madrid.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's difficult for Madrid to always beat Liverpool at the Anfield. That is it. The team beat
Madrid, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Macalester scored. This is again the same thing. The last time I went, it was a 2022 that we beat Liverpool 5-2. But since then, I'm not doing it. I think Madrid should know what they do when they go to Anfield.
Okay.
But and that guy, I don't want that guy to lose Madrid because that guy is the problem with Madrid team.
Okay, Vinny.
Yeah, then.
Okay. Okay.
For my team, is considered.
Alright.
They will win, but the question should be how many goals they will score. And I want them to score 30 goals.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you. Okay.
And my prediction is 4-0 to 1.
Alright.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Let's see if Chelsea will trash their opponent. Obviously, Chelsea should be winning their opponents today. If not, problem goes scatter everywhere. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay. Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
Good morning.
I can hear you. Name and location, please. Good morning to you.
Okay, this is Santos.
Okay. What is your contribution?
Yeah, the reason why Madrid are beating Liverpool is because of Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but if Arnold were Liverpool team, Liverpool would definitely lose that game. So remember the Champions League, we won Madrid got just one chance, just one. And Arnold just messed up that Vinny score. So if Arnold were a Liverpool team, Liverpool definitely lose that game. So I'm happy I have left. And that you can see that Bradley is there comfortably holding that back. So
Yeah.
even if he's not let him defend the game.
Yeah. Okay.
Typical Liverpool fan. Typical Liverpool. That's
But
very, very
I
typical.
understand, but let's see who.
Very, very typical.
Well, Bradley is doing well. He cannot be an attacking player like Trent, but when it comes to defense, it's
No,
actually a good
you do
player.
not need to put somebody down to make your
Yeah.
points, but it's
Hello,
fine.
good morning.
This is Leroy calling from Enugu.
Okay. Okay, your contribution.
The shot on target is now what everybody
They hustle for shot on target now.
Yes, now shot on target, you can get on target, that is one goal for you now. Now no more shot on target. I don't even know who will be score. They even beg the team to score.
Don't worry.
No worry.
Pride goes before you fall.
Okay.
For you to say, this one don't be make mouth again. I don't tire. I don't decide whether something like this score me.
Don't worry, you go see who go score you. Don't worry.
That guy that is talking of this thing, whether Arnold doing this against Real Madrid. Last season, Real Madrid played Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yes, was Arnold not there?
Arnold, I think that Bradley started that game too.
Did you beat Real Madrid?
Thank you, because I don't understand. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So what did he say? I beg you, tell him, babe, he no get everything to talk.
Main pack where.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Arsenal is strong in defense. They are strong everywhere. Okay, let's see if they are going to continue or when or time that they are going to concede the goal. They have Sunderland before the international break. After Sunderland, they will play Bayern Munich, Tottenham, and Chelsea. I think they are going to concede goal. Even if they don't concede against Tottenham, they go against Sunderland. They will concede against these three teams. Good morning.
Good morning, John and myself.
Good morning to
Good
you.
morning.
Name and location, please.
Augustine.
Okay, your contribution.
This guy that spoke now is not speaking well. The previous guy said it's true. This present board that is playing that too is better than Arnold defensively.
Defensively, yes, Bradley, yes. Defensively, yes, I agree.
He's better. And yes, you were saying better. And someone is not scoring now because Arnold is left. Yes, it's true. And when you check what happened yesterday, you said that win was so tight.
Yeah.
It was so tight. But when Arnold was there, before you know it, he will go and like and lose that place, leave it open. And Konate being what he is, doesn't always look at that wing to
cover him. So
Yeah.
what that guy said is true.
Okay, it's an opinion game, do I understand? Okay, it's true, Sha. Depending on how you want to see it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, depending on how you want to
Typical
see. Yeah,
Liverpool
I
fans.
think depending on how you want to see. But
Typical Liverpool
everybody,
fans.
if you look at what Trent had done with Liverpool with all the years he has played, you
You
could
don't
see
win that Champions League without the young
because
boy.
he's
Simple.
a brilliant
Let it
player.
sink in.
Okay, let's finish on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live every day on YouTube from Monday to Saturday at Volt FM Sports. And okay, Yomi Handsome is here. He's saying, "Good morning, guys. Bayern Munich fought for the win through the defensive play with red card, but Madrid can't even play one shot on target in the second half against Liverpool. Okay, Liverpool deserve to win that game. When is Nonso coming back? Okay, Nonso is coming back soon. Okay, also he's saying, Godwin, I beg, tell Nonso to make him come back from leave, I beg, so that he can go. Okay, he go, they argue with John. Okay, so make the show become the hot. Yes, when they argue, the show becomes hot. Yeah, Nonso will be back soon. Everybody's missing Nonso. We are missing him too. But you need to go and rest and come back with enough energy to challenge John in the studio. Okay, finally he's saying, Oluchi is saying, okay, guy, Arsenal go beat Bayern Munich. They go draw. Okay, let's see when that game happens in the next round of games of the Champions League. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Tomorrow we are going to be back for more games that will happen today. We're going to talk about all that will happen. Europa League is happening tomorrow. We'll talk about the English team playing in Europa League and Crystal players that are playing in the conference. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Thank you for once again for joining us on today's show. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.